If you're in the IB or your child is and the grades aren't where they need to be, I want to talk to you for just 3 minutes. Because what most tuition centers or tutors won't tell you is that the IB is a completely different curriculum. And most tutors that claim that they tutor for the IB, they've never even sat in an IB exam before. I'm Marcus, and 7 years ago, I decided to open IB Lounge. I was an IB student myself, and I struggled really badly, often failing my exams, and I needed help. My teachers in school were too busy to provide one-to-one support for me, and so I decided to look outside. But the tutors that I found, they were really smart and really good at their subjects, but they were applying what they knew from A-levels, IGCSE, and even O-levels into trying to help me to cross the IB. And they genuinely tried, but it just didn't work. The IB examiners just aren't looking for what the A-level examiners are looking for. The way that you structure an econs essay, the way that you build a math IA, or even position your TOK thesis, these aren't things that you can learn from just other curriculums. And I kept getting advice that sounded reasonable and logical, but just didn't translate into me really applying it to the papers that I needed to do. That experience made me start 7 years ago. I didn't want another IB student to feel helpless and to feel like they weren't getting the support they needed. IB is, after all, supposed to be an experiential curriculum where you learn how to appreciate and enjoy the subjects that you take. And I figured that if I was feeling like that, maybe thousands of IB students were also feeling it, and therefore I wanted to help solve this problem. So I built IB Lounge with the core belief that it's IB for IB. Every single tutor at IB Lounge has scored 40 points or 7 in the HL subject that they are tutoring for. This means that they have the experience and the ability to overcome the subject, and therefore can translate this experience into helping other students. It's nothing to do with the credentials and everything to do with the experience and having been through the same feelings, the same challenges, and helping others to overcome that through empathy and providing relatable advice. None of us are MOE trained, and that's actually intentional. Most of our tutors are still young and they're fresh out of the IB, which means that they still remember how they actually overcame these challenges and now are ready to help other students to do the same. They remember the same feeling of panicking before paper 2, but at the same time remember the feeling when everything clicked, and that's the feeling that they want to provide our students as well. The closest in age changes everything and redefines what tuition really means. The classes are engaging, like actually engaging. It's as if you have a senior or friend that is teaching you these concepts in real time. And what I've noticed is that the students that come through our doors, they actually start enjoying learning subjects that they once hated. Because it doesn't feel like being lectured by someone, it actually feels like getting help from someone who actually gets it. Beyond the grades, our tutors also surprisingly end up becoming mentors. They've just been through what you or your child is going to go through, either applying for university or jobs. That kind of guidance you can't really get from a textbook teacher. In 7 years, we have helped hundreds of students, and our average improvement rate is about 2.3 grades. We have a 4.9 rating on Google, which is a testimony to the great work that we have been doing. But honestly, if you ask me, that's not really what I'm most proud of. What I'm most proud of is the students that came to us convinced that they were stupid and ended up leaving like they actually enjoyed what they were learning. The ones who got into their dream unis and messaged us months after they've left to tell us all about how they were so happy that they found us. Students who went from failing to excelling, not just on paper, but how they felt about themselves. Grades are definitely one of the outcomes that we track, but what we're really trying to do is to change how students see learning and how they experience the IB program. Whether you're a parent wondering when your child will actually have a breakthrough, or a student quietly wondering if you're good enough, we've built this for you. And when that belief changes, the grades will automatically follow. Here's how we work. Every lesson is tailored to every single student. The specific papers that they're going to sit for, their specific gap, and their specific exam dates. No one is pressured to follow someone else's pace because of our small group classes and our one-to-one settings. Most of our students honestly learn from home because that's where it's convenient and comfortable. And honestly, that's kind of what we recommend, because after a long day of school, the last thing you want is more commute and more exhaustion. Online means being able to go home, take a shower, and get ready to be in the right state of mind to absorb all the information that we are about to teach you. And honestly, what we have seen is that the results are basically identical to face-to-face lessons. It's more flexible, it's easier to schedule, and it's about $30 cheaper per class. A really good bang for buck if you ask me. That said, if face-to-face is your strict preference, we do have that as well. Let me tell you a bit more about our classes. We don't have any registration fees, no contracts. Most people start with a month, but if that is still uncomfortable for you, you can even take a one-time lesson first to see how things are. The one thing I'll say is this: the earlier you start, the more we can do for you. The students who see a big improvement from us are the ones who give us more time to help them to build the foundation that they need, and not just cram all the important information before the exam. That's really not the point of the IB. If finals are 3 months away, we can make a real difference. But if they're just 3 weeks, we'll try our best. But trust me, it's not going to be enough time. If this sounds like a right fit, whether you're a parent that has decided to take the next step in guiding your children, or if you're a student that has decided to independently do something good for himself or herself, the next step is basically the same. Just fill in the form below and we'll get back to you within the next 24 hours. What we'll do is we'll help you to find the right fit between you and a tutor. We have been doing this for 7 years because we truly believe that the IB can be a good experience as long as you have the right guidance. When the student finally understands, appreciates and enjoys something that they actually are learning, then you will see a change in the way that they behave, the way that they see themselves, the confidence that they have, and to actually see them enjoying what they're learning is something that we're chasing for. So fill in the form below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. And as always, if you have anything, feel free to drop us a WhatsApp as well.